Hey, Sheana, I read the book.
Yay.
It's so good.
Thank
I
you.
feel like I really did get to know a side of you that I didn't know. Why was it time to tell your story?
I have had a note in my phone, I was just telling you before
Yeah.
we started this, for like 10 years of one day when Vanderpump Rules is done, I'm gonna write a book and these
Yeah.
are all of the things I'm gonna talk about and say. And then the show just gets picked up and picked up, Emmy nomination, Emmy nomination. I'm like, this show might go on forever. I wanna write a book. I'm gonna be turning 40 soon. Let's just get the ball rolling. So I met with my agents and we were just kind of talking about career goals and aspirations. And then we started taking meetings and then we had the proposal, the book sold, and it just felt like the right time.
I love it. My good side. What
Mhm.
is the significance of that title?
My left. I'm just kidding. I feel like on the show, you see one side of me. It's not always the good side. It is the cringe. It's the annoying person that you're just like, oh, I can't stand her. And I'm like, no, I'm actually like, I am a girl's girl. I am a loyal friend. And I feel so misunderstood. And that's why I wanted to show not just my good side, but all of the sides of me that you haven't ever seen on the show, just to have a better understanding of who I am, where I come from, why I do the things I do. And if you read this book and still don't like me, that's okay. You're not liking me for all of me.
I think if they read your book, they like you. And if they say they don't after, they're liars. Because why would they read
Well,
it?
it's funny because there was this guy last night at my live show.
Yeah.
And he comes
He
up
read.
after, and he did. He goes, I got an advanced copy. He's like, I'm not going to lie. I don't always say nice things about you on TikTok. I'll probably continue to say mean things about you on TikTok. However, after reading your book, hearing you tonight, I like you so much more now. And I'm going to do a nice TikTok about you tomorrow and tell everyone to like lay off. I was like, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So we
Interesting.
still have to make sure
Yeah.
that he posts that nice TikTok.
Yes. Well, the VPR fans and Bravo fans in general, they're definitely very engaged,
Oh,
right?
yes, they are
They
intense.
love you. They also give harsh opinions on all of
Mhm.
you. You talk about a lot in the book. You're really vulnerable. What for you was the hardest thing to share? I think I know the answer to this.
Yes, definitely, chapter 16, opening up about my marriage and what we went through. It was something we went back and forth with for many months, several couples therapy sessions, and we're like, look, if this ever even does come out, we can just lie. We can lie until the day we die.
Yeah.
I'm not a liar. I am an open book. I felt like I would resent him one day for not putting it in the book, and then it gets brought up on season 12, which is going to air before the book comes out originally.
Right.
And it just felt so inauthentic to leave out a literal chapter of my life, a chapter of the book, to skip from Sandoval to today. I'm like, it needs to go in the book.
Yeah.
And it wasn't an easy decision at all. But we weighed the pros and cons. We really sat down and was just like, this is my story. And he wanted me to be able to tell it how I wanted to. And he goes, look, if you're going to put it in the book, then put it all in the book. Don't be vague about it. Don't leave out details. Because the first draft that I had written, he was like, there's no way that's going in the book. And I'm like, well, it might. And he's like, no, if you're going to say it, like, say it with your chest.
Because you were kind of trying to protect him.
Totally. Like there were so many things and details that I left out.
Yeah.
And he was just like, no, this is not worth putting in the book.
My gosh. Have you heard from other women that have experienced what you experienced in sharing?
I have not been in the comment section.
Okay.
I've stayed off that since the excerpts
Yeah.
have come out. So other than like friends, like close friends, who honestly just found out too, like a week and a half ago, I haven't really talked to anyone yet. I'm sure that will happen in the future. So I do expect that. But as of now, I've just tried to go into this week in the best headspace, not read the comments. I had my sister block the words that need to be blocked. And
I understand. I think in time, you might be able to connect with people because I don't think this is unfortunately an experience that is unique to you.
Yeah.
And you've chosen to stay in your marriage. So, okay, so for people that don't know, chapter 16 is all about Brock cheating on you when you were pregnant with Summer. You really tell us about how traumatic this experience of learning this news was for you, but you have decided to stay in your marriage.
Mhm.
So, where are you at as far as trusting Brock again?
I mean, maybe this is naive, but I genuinely do trust him again. I'm not
Okay.
tracking his location when he tells me he's going to a work event. I believe he's going to a work event. It has been over 2 years since he told me. So it's taken
Mhm.
some time. I didn't trust him for a long time. I would check his location. If he left his Apple Watch at home and went on a run, I'm like, why aren't you wearing your watch if you're not taking your phone? And I mean,
Yeah.
I already have crazy intrusive thoughts just from my
Yeah.
OCD, but then that took it to another level. Sandoval took it to another level, and it was hard. And we've done therapy, we've done the work. I've done several sessions of EMDR therapy, which genuinely reprocesses trauma and rewires your brain.
Yeah.
And that's really worked. That now I'm able to talk about this and not be sobbing every
Right.
time.
Why did you decide to stay in your marriage?
I love him. I think he is an incredible partner, an incredible dad to Summer. He challenges me in ways that no one has ever challenged me. He pushes me because he knows what I'm capable of. He knows my potential. And I think people deserve a second chance. Not everyone for everything, like not saying Tom Sandoval deserved a second chance with Ariana, that was different. For some relationships,
Yeah.
I think you do have to walk away.
Yeah.
And it's not an easy decision either way. It takes strength in leaving, it takes strength in staying. And this has
Yeah.
shown truly how strong I am to be able to stay, to forgive,
Yeah.
and to rebuild.
Totally. Fans, since you've shared this news, a lot of fans are saying, like, how did she film that last season and not share this? Especially when, I feel like all of the cast are always calling each other out on like not
Mhm.
being real, not being honest. And you were kind of doing that to Ariana and Katie a little bit. So what is your reaction to those fans?
They're totally valid in feeling that way, calling me a hypocrite. I understand that. However, the only person I cared about in that situation was my daughter. So I was protecting her. And just because something happened to me yesterday doesn't mean I have to tell it in my scene tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can tell my story on my own timeline. And season 11 was not the right place. I don't think my marriage would have survived. I wasn't ready to deal with it. I hadn't processed it even privately, let alone in front of the whole world.
Yeah.
I didn't want everyone having such negative opinions about him when I felt like things were just finally turning a new corner, turning a new leaf.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I wasn't ready to talk about it. I felt like season 11 still really needed to be about Ariana, and it was her moment. And I wasn't going to take away from that narrative to be like, oh my God, he had an affair. Oh, me too over here. I have
Yeah.
that storyline too. Like, no, there was no way I was opening up about it, but genuinely because I was not ready to.
Right. Well, your life is bigger than a show, right? You have to do what's best for your
Yeah.
family no matter what. Okay, let's move on off of this traumatic event because your book is filled with a lot of different things. You talk about being young in LA, dating around. I knew you dated some of these people, but I was surprised to hear that you dated Jesse Metcalfe. And I was like, we all loved him from John Tucker.
Oh, absolutely. The gardener from Desperate Housewives. And then I remember going with my college girlfriends
Yes.
to see John Tucker Must Die.
So funny. So you say the relationship kind of fizzled out. Are you guys still friends?
I see him at events and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not texting and like grabbing lunch, but whenever I see him, it's always a hello,
Yeah.
a hug. Him and Brock have played poker together before.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's such a sweetheart.
Okay. Do you think he'll get married? I feel like he's like kind of this epic bachelor right
I
now.
mean, he's in a relationship.
Right.
So, I mean, hopefully that does go all the
Yeah.
way. But some people, they don't want to get married. They don't need to get married.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But he's a great guy. So, any girl's lucky to be with him.
The other one is Eddie Cibrian. That was a little messier, that relationship. It did not end that well. And of course, what's so bizarre is you and Brandi, his wife at the time, you didn't know she was his wife.
Yes.
Ended up in the same Bravo world.
Crazy.
So you almost kind of had an interaction with Brandi. But then you told Lisa and you exited. Have you ever sat down with Brandi?
Oh yeah, like we're
Okay.
good now. We
Okay.
text, we've seen each
Really?
other several times. Yeah, she texted me. I think the last time we talked was maybe like 6 months ago. But
Really?
she was hanging out with a mutual friend of ours and they sent me a picture and just said hi, checking in.
Yeah.
So I do keep in touch with her. I have not heard from her since I tried to check in since the excerpts come out. So I don't know
Yeah.
if she's needing a little time right now, but
Yeah.
we've had a good rapport for many years now.
Yeah. He starts dating Leanne Rimes
Mhm.
when you're still seeing him. What is your take on their marriage? Because they stayed together.
I mean, I'm glad it worked out. If you're going to both leave your spouses for each other, you
Right.
know, you hope it works. So
Right.
good for them.
So wild. You also talk about working at Villa Blanca and really getting to chat with stars like Dustin Hoffman, LaToya Jackson, Priscilla Presley.
Yes, iconic.
So cool.
I know. I remember the table she sat at. She was at table 106, and I was just like, oh my God.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
What was it like serving these people?
I mean, it was crazy because it's like you're in Beverly Hills, you know, there's celebrities all the time. But then when
Yeah.
I'm actually taking their order and I get to talk to them and I'm interacting with them, I mean, they're just normal people. Like,
Yeah.
I remember when Quentin Tarantino came in and I thought he was going to be this like crazy, weird guy with the movies that he does, you know,
Yeah.
and so nice, so normal, so chill. I'm like, huh, just a normal person who directs and writes
Yeah.
these insane films.
What was Priscilla like? I'm so curious.
Just so sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And still beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mhm.
I couldn't agree more. You say Tyler Perry was the most generous tipper, which was nice to hear. Who in Hollywood was not a good tipper?
Ooh. I don't know if I can recall a
Right.
bad tip.
That's good.
Yeah, no.
That's
Drake was
positive.
also a really good tipper.
Not surprised by that.
Mhm.
That's good to hear. I like to
Yeah.
hear this stuff.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. You do talk about your wedding to Shay, which, to be honest with you, as a fan, I kind of blacked it out. I think most fans have blacked it out. Like, I don't really think I in my mind, you've been married to Brock forever.
I know, right?
Like,
Feels like it.
because it was brief. I remember the crop top, of course, because that was like so wild at the time.
Yeah.
But one thing you shared about the wedding, which I don't think you've shared before, is you knew Shay kind of had some addiction issues, perhaps. You had a gut feeling about it, and you asked him to be sober on the wedding day, which he was. But then you noticed he might not be. Come to find out, Tom Sandoval gave him ecstasy when he thought it was Adderall.
Yes.
This is crazy.
This was, I guess, Tom's way of trying to get Shay to have a great rest of the night. This was Shay's way of trying to stay awake without anything else. And I think Tom thought it was funny, or he thought he was like doing a good thing.
Okay, that's
And
what I was
then-
not clear about.
Yeah, I don't think Tom was like, I'm gonna drug Shay on his
Got it.
wedding night. No,
Okay.
I think that was Tom being, you know, trying to be the number one groomsman in the group and trying to, like, he had a full kit
Yeah.
of everything. I mean, he had tampons, he had powder, he had brushes, like he had this whole kit of whatever a groomsman or bridesmaid would need. But he also had ecstasy pills because he's always like the life of the party. It's like, oh, you want this, you want that, the most generous person. However, on my wedding, when I want my husband to be sober, and he thinks he's taking an Adderall, his eyes are like glazed over. He's trying to sing this song to me, and I'm like trying to be in the moment, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with him?
So did you ever have it out with Tom about this, or you were just kind of like, his intentions weren't bad?
I knew the intentions weren't bad, but
Okay.
it still ruined the night and the following morning.
Yes.
So not finding out about that until a few weeks later, we're at Tom's house and just passing him out. And Shay's like, oh, Adderall? And he's like, no, it's ecstasy.
Yeah.
And Shay was like, but that looks like the Adderall you gave me at the wedding. And it was kind of like a, ha, gotcha, but you enjoyed it, right? And we were just like so pissed, but also didn't want to make a scene. There were a bunch of people at the house. And yeah, I was like, okay, good to know. Next time, ask what it is. Is it?
Gosh. You do go back in time, and it does make me feel a little nostalgic when you talk about your friendship with Tom early on. You guys have known each other for a very long time, before Sandoval.
Yeah, like 16 years now.
Yes. So where are you and Tom at now? What is your relationship like after everything?
I mean, we're not close. He hasn't been to the house. We don't talk much. It's like a quarterly check-in. You know, he congratulates me on The Masked Singer. I congratulated him on America's Got Talent. but it's more surface level. If I run into him at an event, of course we'll say hi to each other, but it's definitely not what it used to be. And it wasn't even that he had an affair. That was terrible. It was the lack of accountability after it, the doubling down, the blaming, suing Ariana, then being like, oh, just kidding, it was my lawyer, I didn't mean to, take it back. I'm like, just be accountable for once in your life.
Yeah. The show, of course, has come to an end. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think it was time?
I think it was time. I think that the group was so fractured beyond repair, there was really nowhere to go. They tried for so long to figure out a path of continuing the show, and it was just impossible.
Yeah. Well, we, of course, love the Valley. Jax is no longer returning. We hear you're no longer going to be on the Valley. Is that right?
Oh, really? I haven't heard that.
I
love the rumors, though.
That's Jax confirmed he won't be on. We saw some rumors you were not returning.
Oh.
But I don't know how true that is.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Okay. Would you like to be full-time on the Valley?
If that is what makes sense
Right.
and the offer is there, not no.
Okay. One thing that was not in the book, because I think it probably happened after you wrote the book, is your encounter with Lady Gaga.
I know. So I did meet her like 10 years ago at Pump. And after I did write the book and turn it in, I'm like, maybe I should have had more of those moments in the book, just talking about that. But then seeing her again a couple months ago at SNL and how excited she was to see me, I'm just like, someone pinch me. Is this life?
It happened because she was on, I think, right? She was on doing an interview and they asked her, what star are you going to miss the most from Vanderpump? And she said, Sheana.
On a lie detector test.
It was Vanity Fair. That is so funny.
Iconic.
So in person, you guys, you went to the SNL after party, right? And she was really sweet to you.
So sweet, so excited to see me. Literally took me by the hand to meet her fiance. And I just, I needed to be pinched.
The question is, does she know good as gold?
I don't know. I know John Legend does.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's very cool.
Yeah.
We need to get the rights to that back for you. Also, that is in the book, which shocked me. Have you ever shared that?
No.
Okay, so you share in the book that a manager actually got you to sign away the rights to Good as Gold. You did not realize what you were signing at the time.
No, and also I didn't know how iconic this song was gonna be, you know? At the time, it was just, oh wow, I don't have to pay for the studio. They're gonna give me this song.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll put my voice on it. It was not written for me. It is in a key way too high for me to sing today. Like my voice then is not my voice now. That was 12 years ago I recorded that song. I heard it was originally written for Selena Gomez and she passed. That's just a rumor. I don't know if it's true, but I was like, I'll take it.
Ask her.
And now it's become such an iconic song in the Bravo world.
Yeah.
But I've made $0 from it.
Insane.
No.
That is insane.
Yeah.
I didn't ask you this, but as I said, Jax is not returning to the Valley. He's focusing on himself. What are your thoughts on that? I don't know where your relationship is. Are you guys?
I mean, I'm Team Britney till the day we die. So that is my focus, cruise. But Jax taking care of his mental health, you know, focusing on his sobriety, I think that is what's most important right now. And I think that's what he needs to focus on because the better version of himself he can be, the better dad he's going to be to Cruz, the better co-parent he's going to be to Britney. Yeah. So whoever's decision it was, I think it was the right decision. I think it was a mature decision. And he didn't say he's never going to be back. He said he's stepping away from season 3. So who knows what's in the future. But for now, I think he needs to just focus on himself.
Totally. Well, what's next for you?
I mean, my focus has been this book for so long. Now it's out. Yeah. We'll see where I go in the reality TV world. I think that's something I always want to be a part of because I genuinely enjoy just sharing my truth and lived experiences and knowing that people can relate to it. I would really love to get back into acting. I got a taste of it last year. We did a little guest star role on Lopez versus Lopez.
That's cool.
And it was so fun. So I'm like, you know, more of this. So I have some things that I'm working on and we'll see if any come to fruition.
Yeah. You talk about in the book perhaps expanding your family, but you do kind of explain why you're not sure if you will. Is that door still open?
It's cracked open.
Okay.
The eggs are still frozen.
Okay.
So next step would be to make embryos.
Yeah.
See if any of the eggs are even viable once they unfreeze them, you know,
Exactly.
and genetically test them and all of that. So we have 16 chances. We will see, but it would have to be via surrogate.
Right.
I'm not
right.
going to
You
take a
shared that.
chance with my health to give my daughter a sibling.
No,
She needs
absolutely.
her mommy.
Absolutely. And you share that in the book. And I think, again, very relatable for all women that have had children, want to have children, all of that. Thank you, Sheana.
Thank you so much.
I loved your book. It was so fun to read about your
Yay.
journey. Is there anything we didn't talk about that you want to share?
Not that I
No?
can think of.
Okay.
I'm going on tour.
Exciting.
Yes.
I saw that. That's going to be great. You'll be able to connect with everybody.
I'm really excited.